let's talk a little bit about some of the common mistakes I see. One of the first and foremost things I always see when I see players trying to hit runners, they get the ball way back in the stance, they get a nice wide stance as opposed to the narrow one that we're talking, and you see the club come back and they lean into it because they're afraid, they're trying to hit it low, they're afraid they're not going to hit it solidly, they lean into the left leg, and that club comes in much too sharply, much too steeply, and you see this movement. With the narrowness in the stance and the ball position a little back, I've got the shaft where I want it, and I don't have to lean into my left leg. One of the myths, I think, in terms of short game is trying to put too much weight on the front foot, too much weight on the left side in trying to hit low shots. What I see happen most often is I see players get the ball back in the stance, put a lot of weight on their left leg, and then they hit, and the club's coming such a sharp angle down, it wants to dig into the ground. I don't want that club digging. I want the club to just hit and use the bounce. We've got the club doing what it's designed and intended to do, so that, again, the ground becomes my friend. Let's demonstrate what happens when I move the ball slightly back. I actually have placed my nose, my sternum, everything is already in front of the golf ball. I don't have to lean more forward because I actually am in front. The further I go back with the ball position, the more in front of the golf ball I come with my balance. So my balance point is actually well in front. I'm already in front of the golf ball, or technically on my left leg. Another reason I like this narrow stance that we've been talking about throughout the whole short game series as we're going here is that keeps me from leaning. It keeps my weight more of a uniweight and in front as opposed to too much left, too much right. I'm able to just stay nice and balanced and athletic. So narrow stance, ball further back. I can even go a little further if I want. Remember the club face. I don't want the club face to appear to be closed. I want the club face to be just a slight bit open. Because the ball's way back in my stance, looking down the target line, it's going to appear that the ball's aimed well to the right of the target at the club is, but once I release and let the forearm swing, I can see that I can make that ball start down my target line and let it release just as I did there. So again, the further back you play that golf ball, avoid the urgency that most players feel it's to lean into that left leg. The further back the ball goes, the more in front of the golf ball I already am with my body. So I'm in a good hitting position, nice and balanced, even weight distribution, and just let the bounce of the wedge work for me. Again, always remember, the ground is your friend.